Hello everyone, my name is Mr. Clyde, and today, in a tier list, I'm probably Playtime characters because, I kind of have to. So, I'm ranking all the characters that I know personally from the game, not just like any side characters that I'm just not aware of or just don't know. Like, for example, like the Cat B, I'm not going to be ranking because I don't really care about it that much. I mean, it was there, it exists, but as you can see, we got 6 tiers: garbage toys, bad toys, mid toys, good toys, great toys, and god toys. Basically, what I'm going to be explaining is why I like the characters a lot and just their personality as a whole, the backstory, the storyline, and yeah, let's get into it. Of course, at the very bottom is the prototype. I mean, do I have to explain why? The guy controls toys, kills toys. I just don't like this character, especially the fact that he killed Catnap at the end of Playtime Chapter 3. That was kind of upsetting, I will admit. But to be honest with you, the prototype's storyline is confusing as hell, and we just don't really know too much about him. Like, he's so mysterious, we just don't know little to nothing about him. That's why he's this low. I would like to know what he would look like fully. He's just a claw, of course, but unless we know more, and I don't really know. It's just not really much to go on about the prototype. He exists, he kills toys, and he's evil. That's literally it. My theory is that I think that this is Elliot Lugrid. I think that's my theory. I think he died during the Hour of Joy, and he turned into the prototype. That was my theory on the prototype. I think the prototype is Elliot Lugrid. I don't think it's shit, what's his name? I forgot the guy's name. The guy that sounds like Gregory. Ollie. Yeah, I don't think it's Ollie. I think it's generally Elliot Lugrid. That's my theory. Anyway, going upwards is the bad toys. Yeah, Nightmare Huggy Wuggy. This thing was terrifying. I kid you not. The thing actually scared the living life out of me. You don't understand how creepy it was to see this guy. He was so menacing. The teeth just threw me off. I just did not like his teeth. I don't know what it is, but recently in horror games, they put so much like details on the really sharp teeth. Like Choo Choo Charles, and now this. I don't know what it is with teeth in horror games. Like, what is with it? I don't understand. Then, of course, we got Mummy Longlegs. If you see my thoughts on Playtime, you would understand why it's this low. If you don't, then I'll explain. Basically, the reason why I just don't like Mummy Longlegs is she speaks very sexually, and I just did not like it. Most parts I found her funny. Some parts I found her very, very uncomfortable to like hear, and honestly, she just kind of like grossed me out. Really, I just didn't really like how like stretchy she was. I didn't like her voice lines. I just don't like her. I really don't. She was kind of creepy. She was kind of menacing, and she's probably the most evilest one out of the two that we've seen so far. I generally think Catnap, right? He's kind of, I think, he's kind of messed up, he is. He's got some things going on with him, like the prototype and stuff. I feel like he could have been a good guy. Same with Huggy Wuggy as well, but Mummy Longlegs, man, she was something. Up next is the mid toys, and we got Bonzo Bunny. I like Bonzo. I really did. I think he was kind of a cool character. We only see him in the minigame, though. I can't remember what it's called. Oh, was it? It was like the musical memory game, I think it was, or something like that. I don't remember, but he was kind of cool to see. But he's more like he's just there. He exists, and that's really all I can go about. Really, that's all I can go about. There's nothing more to say about Bonzo. He's just there. He exists, and he's kind of cool. Up next is we got the Pianosaurus, brand new actually. I was gonna do a reaction video on Pianosaurus, but the reason why I didn't, and there's a reason, is because the video was a short. It was like, I think like a 30-second short, and there was no point me reacting to a 30-second short video. There was like literally no point. I mean, he's kind of cool, I will admit, and I actually can't wait to see him in Chapter 4. I think he's really promising in Chapter 4, so I actually can't wait for that. Up next is I don't really know what these are, just extra Huggy Wuggies. We see him in a mini game. I think you have to like smack the Huggy, and that's literally it. They're kind of cool, I guess. They're just Huggy Wuggy, but they're different colours. That's literally it. They're just different colours of Huggy Wuggy. Nothing special, nothing more. That's it, really. Up next is the good toys, and we have Pugapilla. The reason why I ranked him so high is because not only he was kind of annoying, I liked him a lot. I think he was really cool. I actually like this character a lot. But man, he was terrifying. And it took me a long time to realise how to beat this one part of the game. It took me a long time. But in the end, we did it. And to be fair, he is such a cool boss, I will admit. I just wish we saw him more. I think he died during chapter 3, because if you went to the Catnap's, like, what was it, like, arc or some sort of like praying area, you would see Pugapilla on top. So I think he's dead, but he's a really cool character, and I really wish we saw him more, because he was such a cool character. Next up is Boxy Boo. I think that's his name. I may be wrong. I don't really know. Yeah, I think he was in Project Playtime, and we saw him in chapter 3 during the Hour of Joy clip that we saw. He is a cool character, I will admit. I don't really know him that well, but he's a kind of a cool character. I don't know what it is, but as a child, I used to love those little boxes. You just spin, you spin, and you spin, then boom, toy comes out. It's kind of cool. I always liked them as a kid. That's why it's kind of high. Up next is we got, oh, what's his name? What is this person's name? Maggie. I think it's Maggie. I could be wrong. I think it is Maggie. Anyway, Maggie the shark, we're going to call it, because why not? He's a cool character, I will admit. I don't think he's my personal favourite. He's a shark. That's literally it. He's a shark. He's kind of cool. I generally don't really know what the Nightmare Critters are going to be like in Chapter 4. I have no idea now. Especially with Yarnaby and Pianosaurus. I have literally no idea what the correlation of the Nightmare Critters are going to be. I am really confused. Hopefully, they will do something with the Nightmare Critters. Maybe the same like they did with the Smiling Critters. I don't really know. But yeah, he's my least favourite one at them all. I just don't really like sharks in real life. That's literally it. I don't think he's a cool character. I mean, to be fair, his scent is chocolate. There's not really much you can say of a shark's scent is chocolate. Like, they could come up with something better than just chocolate. Up next is Barry. It's just Barry. How can you not like Barry? It's Barry. Up next is Piggy. I don't like Piggy Smiley Critters. When I look at Smiley Critters, I've always looked at her as like the worst one. I don't really like her that much. She's just not an interesting character. She exists, of course, but I just don't really like Piggy that much. I mean, yes, she's cool, but she's just my least favourite out of the lot. She just doesn't really interest me as the other ones. Next up is Icky Licky. I mean, yeah, he's a cool character. I don't know what is wrong with that character though. I just realised what is wrong with Maggie and Icky. I don't really know what's going on there. Oh dear. I think the person who made this tier list maybe kind of there's something wrong with it. Anyway, doesn't matter. Icky Licky, I just don't think this character is any cool. The only good thing I do like about the character is definitely the tag. I think the tag it has is probably the coolest one out of the entire lot, in my opinion. But apart from that, I don't really like Icky Licky. His story is not really that interesting or that cool. He's just a lazy frog. That's literally it. Up next is Kickin' Chicken. Oh yeah, Kickin' Chicken, he's alright to be fair. He's a cool character. I don't mind him whatsoever. I always thought Kickin' Chicken was a girl, but apparently not. It's a boy, which I don't really have any other opinions on it, really. He's a cool character nonetheless. He's more that kickback guy that likes to skateboard around. He's a cool character, I will admit. Nothing interesting, nothing cool. He's just there. Up next is Alistair the Gator. I'm surprised that how some of these names are coming back to me. I'm really surprised. Alistair the Gator, I just like his character look. I mean, just look at him. He's such a cool character. You can't really go wrong with him. You really can't. He looks like a chill guy, and his backstory that we've read so far about him is he's just a lazy guy that just sits back all day. I mean, a bit like Ikiliki, but at least this guy can probably like maybe attack you, but this guy is a cool character and his concept idea is very good. Up next is Mr. Light. That is correct. I actually know her name. Surprise. Yeah, Mr. Light was a really cool character. I really liked her. In chapter 3, she was such a cool character to like beat. She was such a cool boss. The fact is, like, you have to always keep your eyes on her, and if you look away, she comes and follow you again. It is so cool. I actually really like that idea a lot. I feel like that is very like a very rare thing to see in horror games. I wish we see it a bit more often. But yeah, her character design is really cool. She's a teacher that has a big smile, kind of menacingly, but she's a cool character nonetheless. I actually really like her. Up next is Raby Baby. She's a cool character. I actually really like Raby Baby. I don't think that she is gonna appear too much, but she is a cool character, I would admit. I mean, look at her design. You can't really go wrong with her character design. It's really nice, it's really cool, and I don't really mind her. She is a really cool character. I actually do like her. There's a lot of artwork on her, not in a bad artwork way, but I kind of like some of the artwork that people do, and it's really cool. And honestly, I can't wait to start seeing some of these Nightmare Critters in the chapter 4 if it ever comes to Xbox. Up next is Yana B. Man, during the trailer that I reacted to, Jesus Christ, Yana B was sick. He was absolutely amazing. I actually like Yana B a lot. I think his character design is perfect and spot on. The creepiness as well is amazing. The fact is how his face opens wide to reveal like some gore and like teeth and like a tongue and all that stuff is really cool. I actually can't wait to see this character in chapter 4. I don't know how he'll play out, but I am so excited to see this character in chapter 4. You don't know how excited I am to see him, because he is such a cool character. Up next is Huggy Wuggy. I like Huggy Wuggy a lot, to be fair. He's such a cool character. He's the first villain that we see in public Playtime, and to be fair, I don't know where he is. He could be dead, he could be alive, nobody really knows. We saw him in chapter 4. Chapter 4? Bloody hell. Bit too far there. Chapter 2, I saw some of his fur. And honestly, this character, generally speaking, he's a cool character. I like him a lot. The thing that really annoys me is that people who hate on the game, or Gen A people, just ruin the reputation of Huggy Wuggy so much. And I hate it. I hate how people hate on this character. I used to hate him, I will admit, I used to hate him. And now I love him, honestly. There's nothing wrong with Huggy Wuggy. He is such a cool character. I don't know why people dog on him. Up next is Bubba Bubbafunt, the brains of the Smiling Critters. I like Bubba Bubbafunt. He's a really underrated character, in my opinion, from the Smiling Critters, and he's cool. I will admit, he's a cool character. He kind of reminds me of those teddies that you would get as a kid. You know, like your first ever like plushie, or like your first ever teddy you get as a kid. That's what he reminds me of. And I feel like if I ever have a child one day, if I ever have a child one day, I'm definitely the first teddy is definitely going to be of Bubba Bubbafunt, because he just reminds me of a childhood teddy, and it's so cool. I don't know why. He's such a cool character. Up next is Poppy. That is correct. Poppy is in Great Toys, surprisingly. Even though if you watch my gameplay, I used to hate her. She's a cool character. I will admit, she's a cool character. Her backstory is very interesting, I will admit. If you want to know her backstory, then go give it a listen on like, I don't know, what is it, like game theories you should probably listen to, because they explain a lot about Poppy, a lot. Poppy is a really cool character, I will admit. Up next is just Poe. That's literally it. Poe is a cool character, I will admit. I can't wait to actually see this character in Public Playtime Chapter 4. I think this character would be really cool to see. I don't really have any negative opinions on Poe. I think Poe's a really cool character, and I can't wait to see him in Chapter 4. Again, I can't wait. He's such a cool character. We did see him in the Yana B trailer, which was kind of interesting, and did die. Yeah, but he's a cool character, I would admit, and I can't wait to see this character. Up next is Thule. Yeah, Thule. He's a controversial character, to be fair, if you like him or not. I personally like his design. I really do. I think having a rat as a critter is, or as anything really, is a cool character. Generally speaking, I think he's really hated in the Nightmare Critter. I feel like people put him as their least favourite. I like Tui a lot, and I can't wait. Again, I can't wait to see these characters in Chapter 4. I really can't wait. Especially him, I don't know how he would play out. I'm assuming that they would just play out like the exact same as the Smiling Critters, but differently. I don't really know, but I can't wait. Up next is Kissy Missy, and if you ever watch my videos, you will understand how much I love Kissy Missy. She's just such a peaceful character. That's literally it. She's so peaceful. There's nothing wrong with Kissy Missy. You hate her, there's something wrong with you. She is such a nice character. She is so nice. Honestly, she's so friendly. She helps you out. It's a shame that she did die at the end. I don't know if she did die or not. We don't know. But honestly, I like her a lot. I do have a little theory of how she died. If she did die, it's either by the prototype, Barber Chops, or Dog Day. I'll get to Dog Do in it. Dog Do? I'll get to Dog Day in a minute. Up next is Hoppy Hopscotch. I like Hoppy Hopscotch a lot. I really do. I think she's a really cool character, the Smiling Critters, and you can't go wrong with a bunny design. You really can't. I think like most games will always have bunnies, and Hoppy Hopscotch, you know, works, to be fair. He's a friendly character. You can't go wrong with Hoppy Hopscotch. Up next is Barber Chops. Honestly, I can't wait to see this character. I do not know how this character would play out in Chapter 4. I can't wait for this character. It's this one especially. Her backstory is incredible. My theory video on her explained her so much, and I generally think I went into every little detail possible about this one character, and I think I did it all with this character. I really think I did, and I could not wait to see this character in Chapter 4, because I generally think she'll play out so well, and I just can't wait. It should be so cool to see her. Up next is Simon Smoke. This character, I generally think he's the coolest looking one in the Nightmare Critters. Such a cool character, and I can't wait to see him in Chapter 4. The thing that really does make me a bit weird about this character is that he looks like a girl, but he's a boy. I don't really know the correlation of the characters. Like, I really don't know. Apparently, this guy is a boy. He looks like a girl. I don't really know. I have no idea. Up next is Crafty Corn. Yes, Crafty Corn. You can't go wrong with Crafty Corn. She is such a cool character. She's probably one of the most friendliest looking characters in the entire Smiling Critters. You don't know me, I love the Smiling Critters a lot. But she's such a cool character, and you just can't go wrong with her. You really can't go wrong with Crafty Corn. She's such a cool character. Up next is Bobby Bear Hugs. Again, you just can't go wrong with these characters. I don't know what it is, but the characters, the Smiling Critters, I love them a lot. Especially Bobby Bear Hugs. She's such a cool character. I mean, just look at her. You can't go wrong. She's the type of person who come up to you, give you a hug, and then your day will just be magically better. She's such a cool character. Up next is Dog Day. Monster Dog Day, actually. This, yeah, yeah, yeah. This character, so cool. Chapter 3. When I saw him first, I was kind of upset, but man, the fact that he chased you was incredible. I loved it so much. I generally think that he is still alive, though. I generally think he is still alive. He never died. We just escaped him. Because on the Xbox, right, you get an achievement called Escape Dog Day. I think when you kill Mr. Light or Catnap, it just says defeat Catnap or defeat Mr. Light. Dog Day just says escape Dog Day, meaning Dog Day never died. And I think Dog Day killed Kissy Missy. You know? I don't think Dog Day's dead. I think he's alive. He's evil, yes. He is evil now. But I think there is a way that we can save Dog Day in Chapter 4. That's just my theory going out there. I think we can save this character in Chapter 4. And if we can, oh my god, I can't wait to see this character. Again, It'd just be so cool to see him again. Everyone loves Dog Day. Everyone loves him. You can't go wrong with it. Next up is Catnap. We know why Catnap is up here. Such a cool character. We love Catnap a lot. He's just such a cool character. I don't know what it is, but man, I just love Catnap in Poppy Playtime Chapter 3. I have artwork of him. I have a plushie of him. And honestly, I just love Catnap a lot. He's such a cool character. This shows like Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 and like the entirety of chapter of Poppy Playtime, right? It's just my favourite. I don't know what it is, but I just love Poppy Playtime. Something about it is so cool. I just love him so much. Such a cool character. So menacing as well. I kid you not, Chapter 3 took it up a notch by a massive amount. The graphics as well, they changed to a more like a statically type effect as well, which is so cool. And seeing like Catnap at like, what is it, like I think it's Home Sweet Home, that was so scary. Honestly, the entire time at Home Sweet Home, I had my eyes shut basically, like 50%, because I was terrified of Home Sweet Home. It was so menacing. And man, Catnap, honestly, had some of the most scariest jump scares that I have seen yet in video game history. Honestly, his jump scare when you get in the last battery in like, I don't know what, the office part? Or something like that. You get in the last battery when you see him, oh my god, that jump scare actually scared me the living life out of me. My kneecap hurt for a week because of it. He is so menacing, that's why I just love him so much. What annoys me about this tier list is that they didn't add the Catnap one, the Smiling Critter Catnap, because it would have been in God as well, but they just didn't for some unknown reason. I don't know why. It's kind of annoying, but yeah, it is what it is. Last but not least is Dog Day. Again, the Smiling Critter version, not Dog Day. He's such a cool character. Honestly, he is such a cool character. His design is amazing. I've drawn many artwork of Dog Day as well. But honestly, I just like Dog Day. He's such a cool character. You can't go wrong with Dog Day. You really can't. Poppy Playtime had took a massive draw on to me. And man, I love Poppy Playtime now. And I generally think that this is generally my favourite horror game series of all time. It really is. It really is. Not just because the storyline is so deep, but the characters and the scariness is incredible. Way scarier than Five Nights at Freddy's. Speaking of which, I gotta play FNAF 4 though, so that might change. But honestly, we just love it a lot. And Dog Day in the Smiling Critters is amazing. You can't go wrong with the Smiling Critters. You really can't. Anyways, that is all that I have today. I hope you kind of understand my tier list and what I mean. If you want to do this tier list yourself, I will put it in the link in the description below. So go check it out if you want to do your own. So yeah. Anyways, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed this video, then consider subscribing because it helps out a massive ton. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.